Hey everybody, welcome to Division 2. I'm kind of making this as like an update video. Oh, hello. Holy shit. Well, I just got wiped the fuck out. Okay, as I was saying, this is kind of meant to just be like an update video to explain myself for why it is that we've been gone so long. So, a pretty big change happened, and I don't think like it ever got mentioned by us. But so basically, a bunch of stuff went down. Matt went and moved out of his house temporarily, and originally had intended to move to Arizona with some family, and that didn't really go over well. Just like how this is not about to go over well. But it's worth a shot, right? But anyway, so because of that, there's someone side. Yeah. But yeah. So basically, is what happened was that I was leaving, and I was actually going to basic training in the Air Force. And since he was leaving as well, is what I did was I gave him a bunch of the company equipment. I don't know what fucking shooting at there. So basically, I gave him an Xbox One, a company Xbox One S, and I gave him I gave him our capturing computer that like is designed to. Why can I not take this serious? That's just it. Basically, it has our capture card in it, and it records the screen. So, or I should say, the output of the console. So that's basically what I gave him. I think I also gave him a microphone as well, but I'm not positive on that one. It was a while ago now. So not only did that happen, but then also afterwards, basically some complications happened when he got to Arizona, and ended up with his, well, with the, I should say, not his, the company's, but the company Xbox ended up getting stolen along with the capture card and the recording computer. You better not. There we go. That actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to. I just beat the like end mission. Oh fuck, I forgot I had to like defend this point. Anyway, so I just beat the last, like the final mission in like the original. I don't know how to describe it, but like the campaign, I guess, of Division 2. So now I'm in like the post game, and I'm still getting used to everything. Oh, this is secured. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I don't know a lot of the features of this. And I went with the demolition class, but I didn't realize that this ammo was like specialized, by which I mean like non-refillable through just like regular means. So I just used it on the firing range just to check how much damage it did, and then it was like, you now no longer have ammo. And I was like, well, shit. So anyway, so the Xbox got stolen and the capturing computer got stolen. Basically, almost all the recording equipment that we had got stolen. The only things that didn't was our camera and like some of our tripods, like our filming equipment didn't get taken, but like any gameplay recording equipment did. And he ended up coming back to Washington, and I left to go to Air Force basic training. And I was in basic training. So basic training for the Air Force is supposed to be 8.5 weeks, but I ended up in med hold for about 3. So I was at BMT for 12 weeks. And that's gonna be fun. Oh fuck. That could be right on top of that. That'd be swell. Oop, I missed. Perfect.
System malfunctioning.
Amazing. Didn't realize that caused an EMP blast to shut down Isaac. You good? Oh. I didn't realize I won that fight. There's less of them than I thought there was. And I'm gonna guess the JTF guy did not make it, because they usually are like, we won, I can't believe it. Unfortunate. Wait, are they still around? I hear walking. Oh no, it's just one over here. I think this is okay. Oh, hang on. I'm actually at the blockade. So I gotta initiate the scrambler override. Alright, now this I have to secure again. But yeah, so between me going to BMT and the majority of our filming equipment getting stolen, that is why we just haven't been able to make videos. So I couldn't make videos because I was literally like away from all technology in PMT. You know, getting a phone call once every 3 weeks or so. And then Matt couldn't because of theft. So this computer that I'm actually recording on right now is a brand new computer that I built. And it doesn't actually have a capture card, so the way that I'm recording, I am using the Xbox Connect app, and then I'm just using OBS as a screen recorder, which I had done some testing before, and like it usually didn't work, but it just happens to be working now. I think is what the reason why it wasn't working before is that it doesn't, if you set it to like, oh, record a full screen application, then it still doesn't work. But if you set it to record your screen, then it works. So I think maybe I had just like, when I had tried it before a long time ago, it you know, I just didn't configure it quite right. Alright, now to eliminate the reinforcements. But yeah, so that's how I'm recording right now. I might get a capture card at some point, but really the only like issue that this thing has is some input lag. But you are an ally. You just ran in there for no reason. I apologize for lighting you up. Let's see. So I'm at my first duty station now. So for those who don't know, this is how training works in the Air Force. So basically, you go to basic training or BMT for 8.5 weeks. Again, I was there for 12 because of med hold, which is basically if you get sick, or they think you're sick, or you are for some reason incapable of continuing training, whether it be like legal reasons or what have you. There's all sorts of reasons. Okay, you need to die, sir. Oh, well, my. You would like to perish. Perfect. But yeah, so I was in med hold because they thought that I had a heart condition. Yeah, so they thought I had a heart condition, and as far as they can tell, it was actually just dehydration. Because I'm from Washington, where the weather is on average 60, and at Lackland, I was there during the summer. So basically, you woke up it was 65. When you woke up at 5:45 in the morning, it was 65 degrees outside, and then approximately like, no, I want to say PT was about like a half an hour, and on average, well, I guess maybe it was more like an hour probably, because it's probably like a half an hour of like warm up and cool down, and then an hour or like half an hour of the actual like working out. That's my rough guess. So, just running around in fucking circles. Where am I going? But anyway, so once you finish BMT, you then go to tech school or technical training, which is basically where you learn your job. So BMT is just like, this is how to survive, this is how to exist. It's a training that like everyone needs, no matter what your job is. You'll need to know the things that they teach you in basic training, or at the very least, it's good to know them.
What about you? What was your moment?
My moment?
That made you want to join up?
Everything.
Detective, nearby location guarded by hostiles.
Fuck, man, that has a long ass range. Oh, it affects them too. That's pretty cool.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Alright. Yeah, so in tech school, I technically had the ability, in theory, to be able to get some recording done. But in tech school, basically, you wake up every day. Your wake up time is kind of optional. For me, I woke up at let's see, what time did I wake up? Let's see, I woke up probably about 5:30, 5:45.
Tusker going after the shade node. If they get to it, just get in there and stop them.
Yeah, we don't need the division network taken back down. But yeah, so I probably woke up about 5:30, 5:45. I know that accountability was at 6 in the morning. So, you had to be downstairs, like, fully dressed by that point. When I got to tech school, basically, the only technology I had on me, because you're only able to take what it is that you took to BMT. So, I did not bring any kind of electronics with me. I did not take, like, any Xboxes, I did not take any computers or just electronics at all. The only thing I had was my phone and my phone charger. Rip.
Just back on their feet. Got nothing. Got their range.
I don't know how close that thing is, but I can tell it's certainly fucking close. These people are overly difficult. ridiculous how far that EMP blast is. Also, while I'm here, if ever I'm not having my shotgun as my secondary, it's supposed to be my sidearm, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Messing up my own rules. Again, unnecessarily difficult. Let me just get all my stuff to recharge here. Yeah, so in tech school, like, the only tech I had, I spent $400 on a Dell laptop. Now, this laptop was so bad. It's almost comical. Okay. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM. Windows 10 takes approximately 3.9 to run. And then, let's see here. My favorite part is that the network adapter, apparently downtown East is now secure. I didn't do that, but that's good to know. Yeah, so the network adapter on it is so bad that it gets approximately 100 megabits per second on wired, which, you know, it's technically, according to industry standard, is fast Ethernet. So, like, that's not horrible. Actually, did I say? I think I said it was on wired. I apologize for lying. That's actually on Wi-Fi that it gets 100 megabytes per second. On wired, it actually gets less. On wired, it gets like, I want to say like 50 or 80. It's real bad. It's trash, honestly. I had literally...
Unauthorized network access detected. Damn, they've already reached the shade node. Get there as fast as you can.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking tough. But anyway, yeah, so I literally had never seen it before where the wireless was better than wired. But on this computer, literally because of hardware specs, it was. And if you're thinking, well, maybe just like my network is shit, no, I get 1 gigabit speeds is what I pay for, and I get a little bit less than that. I get like 800 megs, and then all of my networking stuff is rated for 1 gig. So my router is rated for like 1.5 gig speeds, I think, and then my switch is rated for 1 gig speeds. So, but yeah. But yeah, so this laptop is so bad. Like, there was no way that I could record anything on it, especially not anything of quality. And in fact, that laptop just recently had a severe issue where it crashed. I was looking at it, and it turns out like the processor on it is like decent, and so please be dead. Thank you. The processor on it was decent, and I think its base rate was 3 gigahertz, and it could be like overclocked up to 4. And it had I forget what it's called, but basically it's where the computer is like constantly monitoring the amount of like load on it, and it is adjusting the clock speed accordingly. And so, you know, I was just kind of like, I wonder if I can just go up and make it so that way, like, it's just constantly running at that higher rate. So I went to the BIOS. Turns out you could not, and that the most that you could do was just make it so that way it like constantly runs at the base rate. And I was like, okay, well, let's at least try that. You know, make it so that way it's only running at base and that. But anyways, that full on fucking like broke the computer. Why are you not affected by your own EMP? EMPs do not know what team you're on, sir. Sir Drone. That was a different gun than I thought it was. This is not an ideal situation. Again, unnecessary. All of this. What the fuck? Where did that EMP even come from? And why can my ship fly through it? Oh, right, because this EMP kills you. Now that's an EMP. There goes my drone. Oh, interesting. I've never seen an EMP that just, like, fries communication. Wait, is that not even, that's not even mine. But yeah, so this computer had basically next to no processing power. Yeah. So I turned off the setting to make it so that way it just constantly ran at its base clock speed. And that straight up, like, broke the computer, like, full on. I straight up even changed the setting back, and it was just like, no, I refuse to boot. So I, like, ran Ubuntu on it to use, like, the Ubuntu disk checker. That came back with no issues. I hope that kind of just demonstrates, like, how bad the computer was. Like I said, it straight up had 4 gigs of RAM, and, like, 3.9 of it was used by the operating system. So I was not going to be recording, and I was not at all going to be editing on that computer whatsoever. With this one that I'm on right now, I spent a ton of money on it, and the graphics card isn't great, but everything else is, like, top of the line. And that is because in my lifetime, which people are going to be like, oh, you're not a gamer if this is the case, because I absolutely used to be a PC gamer, but I have never had a graphics card ever in my life. So when I was a kid, didn't really know that they existed, didn't really need them. When I got older and found out about their existence, they were completely inflated by the Bitcoin market and just cryptocurrency in general, and so they were completely unaffordable. And so because of that, I've literally never owned one before. What the fuck that was. But yeah, so it was kind of like an afterthought for me, and so just like what I had left in my budget went towards the graphics card and peripherals, such as like the monitor and stuff like that. So it has been said by some of my tech friends and other just like tech savvy people that I know that the monitor that I have and the graphic card are a pretty good match for each other, but that generally speaking they're like a much lower quality than the rest of the parts. So that was 100% headshot, and I refuse your right to exist from after that. So the specs on this computer, it has a i9, let's see, i9 9900 GPU, I believe. Operation failed, or objective failed. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. I don't know how that works. I don't know what happened. I was in there, they certainly weren't doing anything. Also, there's no timer anywhere. Did like the control panel break or something? I don't even know what just happened. Oh, there is a timer. I have a minute 20. Okay, well, I guess I'll just stick with the bigger gun. Oh, I see. So I guess they were like deleting his files or something? But yeah, so that's why we haven't been recording. You know, recording equipment was stolen, and then so that Matt couldn't record anymore, and then I couldn't record because of both BMT and just like a lack of technology around me. But now that I have this, I can record. This is probably overkill. But yeah, so now that I have this, hopefully able to get some more recording done. Matt's still working on his end on getting an Xbox One. He's saving up for it right now so that way we can do videos together. And then Also, we're working on some advancements with the website, which will, you know, have its own announcement once all of those things are done. But, you know, it's a pretty big project, and I'm actually pretty excited for the things that we're going to be doing here on the website. So, stay tuned for that. If my shit cannot function because of an EMP, your shit cannot function because of an EMP. An electromagnetic pulse cannot be like, oh shit, same team, sorry. Hopefully that's brought some insight. And hopefully we can start making some more videos now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.